This is a Sakar Murli of the 6th of October 2025. Essence: sweet children, follow Srimad and serve Bharat to make it into heaven. First of all, you have to become viceless yourselves and then tell others. Question: what should you Mahavir children not be concerned about? While checking yourselves, what must you be careful about? Answer: if someone is obstructing you in your becoming pure, do not be concerned about it but simply check whether you are a Mahavir. Am I deceiving myself? Do I have unlimited disinterest? Do I make others similar to myself? Do I have anger in me? Do I, myself, do what I tell others to do? Song. Having found you, we have found the whole world. The earth and the sky all belong to us. Om Shanti. You don't need to say this here. It is a matter of understanding it. You sweetest, spiritual children understand that you are once again becoming deities, that you are becoming completely viceless. The Father comes and says, children, conquer lust. That is, become pure. You children heard the song. You children have now remembered again that you claimed your unlimited inheritance from the unlimited Father. No one can snatch that away from you. There is no one there who could snatch it from you. That is called an undivided kingdom. Then, afterwards, the kingdom of Ravan belongs to others. You now understand this. You also have to explain in the same way that you are once again making Bharat viceless by following Srimad. Everyone says that God is the highest on high. He alone is called the Father. Therefore, you also have to explain this and write that the Bharat that was completely viceless heaven has now become vicious hell. We are making Bharat into heaven again by following Srimad. Note down the things that the Father tells you and churn the ocean of this knowledge to help you write these things. What should we write so that people understand that Bharat really was heaven? There was no kingdom of Ravan at that time. It is in the intellects of you children that the Father is now making us people of Bharat viceless. First of all, each of you must check yourself. Have I become viceless? Am I deceiving God? It isn't that God is watching me. Such words mustn't emerge from your lips. You know that it is only the one purifier Father who can make you pure. When Bharat was viceless, it was heaven. Those deities were completely viceless. As were the king and queen, so the subjects. Only then is the whole of Bharat called heaven. It is now hell. This picture of the ladder of 84 births is a very good thing. You can give it as a gift to someone who is good. Eminent people receive special gifts. Therefore, you too can explain this picture to those who come here and give it to them as a gift. You should always keep things ready to be given. You should also have this knowledge ready in you. All of this knowledge is in the ladder. Remember how you have taken 84 births. This is something to be understood. Those who came at the beginning have definitely taken 84 births. The Father tells you about your 84 births and then says, I enter this one's ordinary body at the end of the last of his many births. I name him Brahma. I create Brahmins through him. Otherwise, where would I bring Brahmins from? Have you ever heard of Brahma's father? He is definitely said to be God. Brahma and Vishnu are portrayed in the subtle region. The Father says, I enter this one at the end of his 84 births. When someone is adopted, his name is changed. He is also made to have renunciation. When sannyasis adopt renunciation, they don't forget instantly. They definitely remember some things. You too remember some things. But you have disinterest in them because you know that everything is to be turned into a graveyard. Therefore, why should you remember those things? We have this knowledge in order to understand everything very well. They too renounce their homes, etc., with their knowledge. If you were to ask them how they left their homes, they wouldn't tell you. You could then speak to them with diplomacy and ask them, how did you have disinterest? Tell us so that we too can do the same. You give us the temptation to become pure. However, you remember everything of your past. They can tell you everything right from their childhood. The whole of this knowledge about how you are actors playing your parts in this drama is in your intellects. All of your iron-aged, karmic bondages now have to be broken off. You will then go to the land of peace. There, everyone will have new relationships. Baba continues to give you many good points for explaining. Those people of Bharat who belong to the original eternal deity religion were completely viceless. Now, having taken 84 births, they have become vicious. They now have to become viceless again. However, someone is definitely needed to inspire them to make effort. The Father has now shown you everything. The Father says, you are the same ones. You children also say, Baba, you are the same one. The Father says, I taught you in the previous cycle and gave you your fortune of the kingdom. I will continue to do the same every cycle. Whatever happened in the drama, whatever obstacles there were previously, there will be the same obstacles again. Whatever happens in your life, you are able to remember that. This one remembers everything. He tells you how he was a village urchin and how he then became the master of the paradise. It is only now that you understand what sort of village there would be in paradise. At this time, this old world is like a village for you. There is a vast difference between paradise and hell. When people see huge palaces and buildings, they think that it is heaven here. The Father says, all of this is clay and stone. It has no value. It is diamonds that are the most valuable. The Father says, just imagine what your palaces of gold in the Golden Age were like. All the mines there were full. There was plenty of gold there. Therefore, you children should experience so much happiness. Baba explains, whenever you feel that you are wilting, there are some records you can play which will instantly take you into happiness. Then, all of this knowledge will enter your intellects. You understand that Baba is making you into the masters of the world. No one can snatch that away from you. We become the masters of the land of happiness for half a cycle. A prince understands that he is the heir of a limited kingdom. You should have so much intoxication of being the heirs of the unlimited Father. The Father is establishing heaven and you are becoming heirs for 21 births. You should have so much happiness. Also, you definitely have to remember the one whose heirs you have become. You cannot become an heir without remembering him. Only when you remember him can you become pure and then become an heir. You know that by following Srimad you are becoming the double-crowned masters of the world. You will rule a kingdom for birth after birth. People on the path of devotion make perishable donations and perform perishable charity. Your wealth of this knowledge is imperishable. You win such a big lottery. The fruit you receive is according to your actions. Someone who becomes the son of a great king is said to have won a big limited lottery. Those who are single-crowned cannot be the masters of the whole world. You become the double-crowned masters of the world. At that time, there is no other kingdom. All the other religions come later on. Until those religions expand, The earlier kings come into conflict and, because of being vicious, they continue to divide everything up. At first, there was just the one kingdom throughout the whole world. There, you wouldn't say that that is the fruit of karma of the previous birth. The Father is now teaching you children how to perform elevated actions. Whatever actions you perform and whatever service you do, you will accordingly receive the return of those. You have to perform good actions. If you have to do something that you don't understand, then take Shrimat. You should repeatedly ask by letter. Look at the Prime Minister. You can understand how much post he receives. However, he doesn't read all of that himself. He has many secretaries who look through all his post. The secretaries only put the important post on the Prime Minister's table. It is the same here. Baba instantly responds to important letters. For others, Baba just sends love and remembrance. It is impossible for Baba to sit and write letters to each and everyone individually. That would be very difficult. You children experience so much happiness. Oh ho! Today, I have received a letter from the Unlimited Father. Shivbaba responds through Brahma. You children experience great happiness. It is those who are in bondage that bubble up with happiness the most. Oh ho! I am in bondage and yet the Unlimited Father has written a letter to me. They lift the letter to their eyes. On the path of ignorance, a wife considers her husband to be her God. Therefore, when she receives a letter from him, she kisses it. Many children among you also experience goose pimples when they receive a letter from Bap Dada. They have tears of love. They kiss the letter and lift it to their eyes. They read the letter with a lot of love. Those who are in bondage are no less. Maya defeats some children. Some understand that they definitely have to remain pure. Bharat was viceless. It is now vicious. Those who want to become viceless make exactly the same effort as they did in the previous cycle. There is a very easy way for you children to explain. This is your plan too. This is now the age of the Gita. The most elevated age of the Gita has been remembered. You should write, this is the most elevated age of the Gita, when this old world is changed into a new world. Your intellects understand that you are studying Raja Yoga with the Unlimited Father who is also your teacher. If you study well you will become double-crowned. This is such a big school. A kingdom is being established. There will also be many different types of subjects. The kingdom continues to expand. Those who take less of this knowledge will come later on. According to the efforts you make, you will come at the beginning. This play is predestined. This cycle of the drama repeats. You are now receiving your inheritance from the Father. The Father says, become pure. If someone creates obstacles, you mustn't take any notice. At least you will get a piece of chapati. You children must make effort and you will then be able to stay in remembrance. Baba gives you the example of the path of devotion. At the time of worshipping, if his intellect's yoga was wandering outside, he would pull his ears or slap himself. There is this knowledge. The main thing in this is remembrance. If you are unable to stay in remembrance, slap yourself. Why is Maya defeating me? Am I that weak? I have to conquer her. You have to take great care of yourself. Ask yourself, am I such a Mahavir? You also have to make effort to make others into Mahavirs. The more you make others similar to yourself, the higher the status you receive. You have to race in order to claim your fortune of the kingdom. If I have anger in me, how can I tell someone else not to become angry? That isn't honest. You should be ashamed. If you explain to others and they become elevated, but you still remain degraded, what kind of effort is that? By remembering the Father, you go from this ocean of poison into that ocean of milk. Story of the Pundit. The Father sits here and explains all of these examples that are then repeated on the path of devotion. There is also the example of the buzzing bee. You are Brahminis, BKs, the true Brahmins. Where is Prajapita Brahma? He definitely has to be here. He would not be there. You children have to become very clever. Baba's plan is to change ordinary human beings into deities. There is a picture to explain this. There should also be writing to match it. This is the plan of the God of the Gita. We Brahmins are top-knots. You couldn't speak of just one. Since there is Prajapita Brahma, there are also the top-knots of Brahmins. Brahma is the father of all Brahmins. At this time, the family is so great. You then become part of the deity family. At this time, you experience great happiness because of the lottery you win. You are glorified a great deal. Salutations to the mothers. You are the Shiv Shakti army. All of those are false. Because there are many of those different groups, people have become confused. This is why it needs effort to establish a kingdom. The Father says, this drama is predestined. I too have a part in it. I am the Almighty Authority. By remembering me, you become pure. Shivbaba is the greatest magnet. He resides in the highest place of all. Acha, to you sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bap Dada. The spiritual Father says Namaste to you spiritual children. Essence for Dana. 1. Constantly maintain the intoxication and happiness that you have become Baba's unlimited heirs for 21 births. You definitely have to remember the one whose heirs you have become, and so you must also become pure. 2. Only perform the elevated acts that the Father teaches you. Continue to take Shrimat. Blessing. May you stay beyond any awareness of the physical world and bodies and wear the costume of the subtle world. In today's world, people wear clothes according to their work. In the same way, you can also wear a costume according to your work and time. One moment, be corporeal, and the next moment, be subtle. Become one with many forms in this way and you will be able to experience all forms of happiness. This is your own form. Whether the clothes of others fit you or not. You can easily wear your own clothes. Therefore, make this blessing practical and you will be able to have unique experiences of an Avyakt meeting. Slogan. Those who have respect for everyone can become examples. Only when you give regard can you then receive regard. Avyakt signal. Experiment on yourself and others with your mind with the powers of yoga. Just as you set your timetable for the day according to your physical work, in the same way, set a program for the powerful state of your mind and you will never become upset. The busier you keep your mind in your powerful thoughts, the more time you will have not to get upset. When your mind is constantly set, that is, when it is concentrated, then your good vibrations automatically spread everywhere and service takes place. Om Shanti.